morning, all of you. So today we are going to start the Seibel CRM demo. Now coming to my introduction, I worked almost 10 plus years experience in Seibel CRM, and I am currently working in MLC. And I have the experience of telecom domain, loyalty domain, pharma, TMS. So yeah, all these domains I have the experience. I am good at the Seibel configuration, workflow scripting, EI. So all these things I have the knowledge, and I'll be giving you the training for this CBL. The course outline. As part of this course, what are the things we will be describing? So this is like we will be explaining you the Seibel server architecture. As a developer, we have to understand what exactly server architecture is, like how Seibel works, what are the background present in the Seibel server, who take care our request and response. So all those things we will be understanding. What are the objects present in the Seibel server? Those things you will be understanding as part of Seibel server architecture. Now, data model, access control, configuration, like configuration, workflow scripting, all these things included in this training. So, configuration means it is like building the Seibel applications by using the Seibel tools. That is called configuration. So, we will be developing the table, we will be developing BC, applet, all objects configuration. What are the things? How we can configure those objects? What are the things present inside the Seibel tools? How we can build that? Those things we will be understanding in as part of configuration. Seibel workflow and workflow. There are like once we develop the workflow, there are different techniques to trigger those workflows. It is not like only one way we can trigger the workflow. There are different techniques for triggering the workflow. So all those things we will be understanding, and how to deploy the workflow. All these parts will be understanding. Now coming to Seibel scripting, we will be understanding how to write script in the Seibel. What are the best practices for Seibel scripting? Those things will be able to understand. Now, Seibel integration. Integration is like we will be doing interactions with a different system. Like let's say there is a Seibel system, and that there are requirements where we will be sending data from Seibel side to external system. So that is called the outbound. So in the integration, it is the technique by which we can develop in Seibel side so that we can interact with the external system. We can send data from Seibel side to external system, or receive data from external system to Seibel system. So those things will be understanding as part of this course. Now Seibel EIM. What is Seibel EIM? Seibel EIM is a mechanism where Seibel allow us to do bulk load. Let's say there are 10 lakh record we have. Now, how we can load all those 10 lakh record in a single, we cannot enter the record manually one after another by manual process. So what we have to do, we have the Seibel provided a mechanism where developer will develop certain development, and once this development is completed, then it is, let's say, 10 lakh record or more than like a 50 lakh record, that also we can load in a overnight, like 2-3 hours. So we can run like a batch of kind of, and it will get load into Seibel system. So that is called EIM, Enterprise Integration Manager. So all these things we will be understanding as part of this course. Now, what is the scope of this demo? So scope of this demo is we will be understanding as what is CRM. What is CRM means, why CRM came into picture, from why people started using CRM. So what is Oracle CRM, and the installations guide for the Seibel CRM. Now application administration, Seibel fundamentals, Seibel user interface, all these things we will be understanding, like how Seibel works. So those things we will be understanding as part of this demo scope. Okay. Now coming to Seibel CRM. Seibel CRM is CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. I'll give the background. What is customer relationship management? Why it came into picture? Like let's say early 90s, maybe late 90s, during 2000 or 98, 97. During those days, people started using the software or system to keep the data. Now, let's say there is a company called Ford, and Ford company was like keeping the data in the system. Now, in the food company, there will be but department, like let's say account department, sales department, service department. Like each department will be having different system, and they will be keeping their data. Let's say account department, they will be using Tally, and they will be keeping their data in the account. Now, in the sales department, they will be using some other system, and they will be keeping their data. Now, problem happened is like the same. Let's say I as a person, I went to the system, and customer care executive asked me that, sir, what is your name? I just gave my full name, and like I just gave my first name, last name. I told this is my name, and he entered in the in the system. Now from the account department, they have to take my PAN card, and in my PAN card, my name is like first name, middle name, and last name. So it is like a three name. So same persons in a single system, they will be keeping three different name will be different. So there was a mismatch of in between them. And similarly, like the same data they are keeping in different system, and it was overburden for them also. That's why to making this kind of error or making this kind of demerits, what company came, like some of the company came with a solution called customer relationship management. It is like this particular system will be keeping everything in the system what business wants actually. Like for a business, let's say we will be doing the marketing, or we will be doing a sales, or we will be doing purchase, or we will be doing support. So everything actually they will be keeping in a single system so that we can track everything. Okay. Now example I am giving. Let's say I have a company, and I am selling a mobile, or I am selling a laptop. Okay. So what I will do, first step of my business will be doing marketing or doing campaigns. Okay. So now CRM contents begins with the campaign or marketing. Now here I am entering a business entity, like I am saying a business entity called campaign or lead. Okay. So what is lead? Lead is like it's a business entity. Business entity means it's a table where we will be keeping certain informations. So lead is a business entity where I will keep the potential customers. Like let's say somebody interested to buy this laptop, somebody interested to buy this mobile. So those people's email ID, those people's mobile number, I will be keeping in my lead detail, so that any time I want to send a communication or I want to do marketing, that I can send to them. Okay. So in the campaign or in the marketing, people, what they will do, they will be keeping the lead, they will be doing certain campaign, they will be sending some SMS or emails to the customer, so that customer will get aware of that, okay, this laptop is going to release on this particular date, or this mobile is going to release on this particular date. So those things they will come to know. Once customer come to know, then what they will do, they will come down or step down to our store to buy this product. Now, once they step down to our store, it means it came to sales team. Now, sales team, what they will do, they will ask the customer details, sir, what is your name, where do you stay, and what product you want. So these are different information sales team will collect, and it will keep in the system. Now, the customer name means they are creating an account. Customer address means they are creating a contact. Address, mobile number, email ID, whatever. They are creating a contact. Now, customers' product detail, it means they are creating an opportunity, or they are creating a code. Okay. So what exactly he want? He want a laptop with this specification, and what should be the price. So he asked this product means what we will do in the system, we will be entering that, okay, this particular system with this specification, and we will be giving the price amount, what should be the price, and we will be generating a code. So here I have introduced three different business entities. One is account, one is contact, one is opportunity or Okay, so in the quote we will be we will be we will be keeping the data, what are the product detail, what he asked, all those things will be keeping. So once this code generated, in the real time, what happens, the customer come to know about the product price, and product price, what should be the price. Now what customer will do, customer is agreed with the product price. He is saying that okay, I am okay with the price, I will go for buy this product. So once buying means, what we will do, will enter a order where we will be keeping that okay, customer give the payment of this amount, now customer buy this product and he is taking this product. So in the order we will be keeping the information what he purchased, what are the accessories attached with it. So all those details will be entering in the order. Now customer took the laptop and he went to home. So it is like up to sale cycle. It went like customer came to know about our product. He came to our store and he bought our product. Now once these things done, then what is next? Customer will go home and he will be using this laptop. After some day, he realized that delete key is not working. So delete key is not working means it is support. So what he will do, he will call to customer care agent and he will ask that okay, I bought this laptop and this delete key is not working. Now those informations also we have to keep in our system. How we can keep? There is a business entity called service request. So under service request, we will be entering that okay, this customer called, this is the problem, and we have to make a solution. Now, in the service request, we will be entering those details. Now, one more business entity I have introduced, that is called service request. And under service request, there will be lot of activity, like lot of people will be acting on this service request to make it close. So now let's say for this example, a customer called the customer care saying that my delete key is not working. Now in this case, what it will happen is there are four different activity will get created. So what are those activity? Activity as a different business entity. Like a different business entity means it's a different table where we will be keeping different variety of data. Okay. Now activity one will be assigning to a particular agent, like agent one, who will receive this request, and what he will do, he will go to customer's home and he will collect the laptop from customer's home. Okay, this is one activity. Now once he collected the laptop, what he will do, he will go to activity and he will make the activity as completed. Then this activity will assign to activity 2. So now activity 2, what it will do is, there is one more technical agent, it will get assigned. Technical agent will receive the laptop and he will replace the keyboard and he will make the activity as done. Now some activity 2 completed. Now activity 3, it will be one more executive 3, who will be calling to customer that sir, your laptop is ready, when we can deliver. So this is activity 3. Now activity 4 is assigning to the same executive one who collected the laptop from me. Okay, so it will assign again to the executive one, stating that okay, this laptop is ready, you go and deliver. So these are different activity which we will be maintaining in the system, so that for clearing a service request or making a service request complete, all these activity to be get closed. So these are systematic process which get generated in the system. Okay, so we can track in future also, if we want to track that how many service requests rate, we can go and we can check okay, for this customer, three different service requests rate and all service requests get closed, or this one is pending, something we can do. Okay, so this is about the CRM. Okay, so it is not like only in the Siebel CRM. You go to any CRM, there will be this mechanism will be there. The naming convention might be different, the naming business entity name might be different, but it flows like this. Okay, so any CRM, it's not about Siebel CRM, any CRM, it works like this. Now coming to what are the other CRMs available in the market. So Salesforce is currently leading in the market. Salesforce is a CRM. Now Zoho CRM is also there. The small scale industry are very much interested for Zoho CRM. Now SAP has its own CRM, Microsoft Dynamics has its own CRM. Oracle, actually Siebel is the product where Siebel was the owner. Okay, so earlier when Siebel released, it was released by the Siebel company. Now after 2008, this Oracle took over Siebel, and then Oracle take care the Siebel CRM. So that onwards, Oracle is taking care of the Siebel, whatever changes he want to do or whatever changes required, those changes are getting done by the Oracle. Okay, what are the changes he did? Oracle make it open UI, Oracle make it WordPress enabled. All those development actually done by Oracle. Okay, so now Sugar CRM is also a CRM which is equally started with the Civil CRM, and it's still now running in the market. People are using Sugar CRM, and there are a lot of CRMs available. Like I just listed only 10 CRM products, but there are a lot of number of CRM available in the market. Okay. Now coming to what are the Seibel applications available? Okay, so it is like when Siebel started, during that time, Siebel came up with a solution of any industry. Like you name any industry, Siebel has a solution. So during that time, the company who are going to start a business, they were looking for a CRM, and Siebel was able to provide a solution to them. Okay, so it is like Siebel already built an application, and it gave to customers stating that you take this application, you do little bit customization, you can start working on this. So you, whether it is aerospace, whether it is a automobile, whether it is a telecom, whether it is a life science, any industry you select, Civil has a solution to them, and people will start using this Civil CRM. So that's why from during those days itself, Civil was in peak. Like any industry, somebody wanted a CRM, people have a look on this Seibel CRM applications. Once we understood these things, then we have to understand the technical things. What is how Seibel actually? What are the things present inside Seibel, and how we can do the development in the Seibel? What are the objects present inside the Seibel? Those things we'll understand. Okay. So for doing a development in the Seibel CRM applications, there are there is a Seibel tools where we log into the Seibel tools and we do modification on top of this tool. Okay, so in the inside tools we have different objects. There are a lot of different variety of objects we have. Now all those objects we have segregated into 5 different layers. Okay, so all those objects we have segregated into 5 different layers. Now starting from the data layer. So what is data layer? Data layer is nothing but the physical, like the any applications you choose, there will be a database, and each database where we will be keeping the data for our applications. It may be administrative data, it may be customer data, it may be repository data, but there will be a database where we will be keeping this data. Okay, for for creating a table or creating a column, what we have in the tools table, we have a data layer where we can see how many tables present inside our application. If we want to configure a new tables, we can configure in this particular layer. Okay, so this data layer, whatever, let's say there is a requirement where we have to create a new table, so we will be creating a new table in the Seibel tools. Now Seibel tools creating a new table means it is like in the logical layer we are creating a table. So we are giving the table name, what are the columns, let's say 5 different column I have to create. So we are providing the column name, we are providing the column type, and we are providing the column space. All these things, definitions, actually we are creating here, but that does not mean that if we go to the database and if we query that select star from temp underscore cx underscore temp table, it will not show us, because until unless once we create the table in in the tools, we have to do apply activate, so that it will be available in the physical layer. So what is physical layer? Physical layer is nothing but the database. From logical layer to physical layer, making it available in the physical layer, we have to press the apply activate. So once we create any table or any column in the tools label, we have to click apply activate in the tools label, so that that schema definitions or that details will be get captured by Siebel, and it will go and create in the database. That once apply activity is done, then if we will go and query in the SQL developer or tool that select star from cx underscore temp table, then it will return us the result. Okay, so the table, first of all we have to create in the tools, then we will have to click apply activate, and once apply activity is done, then only in the database it will get available. Okay, now what are the objects present inside data layer? There are tables, there are columns, there are index, interface tables. So these are different tables we have in the data layer. Now once data layer is done, then next to data layer is the business logic layer. So what is business logic layer? Business logic layer is whatever business implementation we want to do. So what is business implementation? It is like, from according to my business, I will be keeping this business entity or this business object. So these are actually business decision, and we are keeping this in the business logic layer. Now let's say I am saying that under service request I will be keeping activity. So that is parent is the service request, child is the activity. Okay, so that is actually they are making a parent child relationship. So that relationship, we can create a relationship in between parent and child bc, parent bc and child bc. So that relationship name is link. So we define or we create a link in this business logic layer. So link also coming under business logic layer. Now a join field, these are child object of the bc, and it is also coming under business logic layer. Now, what else we have? We have presentation layer. So, what is presentation layer? Presentation layer, whatever we see from the applications. Let's say I am seeing the applications, what I can see the application, I can see the screen, I can see the view, I can see the applet, I can see the list control. So all everything, whatever we can see from the UI, that is actually presentation layer. So we can work on the presentation layer to make a field available, to make a display in the UI. So those things actually we can work for presentation layer. Now, what is integration layer? So integration, I explained, is there are sometimes we have to do certain development to send data from civil system to external system, or receive data from external system to civil system. So those, for doing that we have to do certain development. So that is called integration development. Okay, so for integration layer, what are the things we require? We have to develop integration object, integration component field. So these things will be coming under integration layer. Now automation layer. So what is automation layer? Automation layer is nothing but it is like we are assigning certain tasks to Siebel that you perform this activity. Now, example is, let's say it's a loyalty application, and with today's date, I have 10,000 transactions created. And at night at 12 a.m., what I will do, I will process all these transactions. I will give loyalty point to the customer. I'll send one SMS to customer that, dear customer, because of today's purchase, you get loyalty point of 10 point or 100 point. Okay, so these are certain activity we are defining. So those activity we can assign to Siebel that, dear Siebel, you do it at night at 12 a.m. So that Siebel will run manual. Like anyway, we have a system, so system will do by its own. Okay. So automation is nothing but we are assigning work to Siebel, and Siebel will do for us. Okay. So how, for that also we need certain objects to develop, or we need certain development. So what are those objects? Workflow process, business service, command, task. So these are the objects which actually help us for automation. So that's why we call it as the automation layer. So this is the high level architecture of the Siebel objects. Okay, so we have segregated into 5 different parts, and these are the objects. How Siebel works? So how Siebel work means, it is like we will be understanding the Siebel architecture. Okay, so this is a high level architecture I will explain. Okay, so as a developer we have to understand how Siebel works. Now, how we open the Siebel application? we have a browser, we will be entering the username password and we will be clicking login button. Then only Siebel will open. Okay. Now let's consider this particular scenario. We have a browser, we are entering a username password and we are clicking login button. Once I am clicking login button, what it is doing is it is sending a request. This particular browser, or we call it as a client. So this particular browser sending a request to the Seibel server, and once it went to the Seibel server. Now what it is happening is in the server there should be a server component who will receive this request, process this request, give the response to the browser. So all these things will be get done. So who is the responsible component here? The application object manager. So in the inside SQL server there will be a component called application object manager who will be receiving this request, processing this request, giving response of this request, and so that the customer can see. Now anything we do from the UI, let's say I click new button, let's say I click query button, I navigated from one screen to other screen, I step out from one record to other record. So anything we do, actually we are sending a request to the SQL server. Server receives this request, object manager receives this request, process this request, and give the response to the client. Now Siebel application object manager, once it received, now in this example we click login button and we send a request. Now once application object manager receives this login page, what it will do, it will check the login name and password with the database. Okay, this login ID and password it came, I'll send validate from the database whether this username password are correct or not. Once it is corrected, or once it is saying that okay this login id password is corrected, then what is my next item? Next item is I should show the home page to the customer. Okay, so once this login page gets success, what it will do, object manager will configure the home page. Now configuring home page, it required the repository file, it required database. Like in the home page there might have some data to show, so it requires database, it requires repository file, all this details it will pull. It will configure the entire page how it should be look like, and it will be giving the response to the customer, to the client actually, like from where we have requested. So this is how the Seibel works actually. So application object manager receives the request, process the request, and give the response. Now let's say login page success, then the home page will come. Let's say login page error, then it will give us the error page like invalid login name password. That error page it will give. So everything will be taken care by the application object manager. Okay, so here what we understood, there is a server component who actually take care inside the SQL. Now, as part of this training, there are certain projects which will be explained, will be assigning to you. We'll be explaining what is this project is all about, how to do the development. Okay, and you can start, you can implement the project, so that like a hands-on project you can get, so that you will get some clear picture and some development clarity you will get. Okay, so this is project one, where life science project we will be doing and medical equipment supply, where we will be creating the complaints or medical equipment delivery, and then company customer can raise complaint over telephone or website. Okay, so different scenarios will be explaining, and will be giving you a project detail, so that you can do a particular project. Now one more project also will give it, that is apartment management. Now apartment management is, let's say there is a new apartment we have. So for apartment will be having business entity like apartment detail, flat owner, flat registration. So all these things, flat visitors, flat payments, notice board, service request. So everything will be maintained. So this is one more project which will be guiding, so that you can do certain hands-on, and you can do you can have some good experience. Now coming to lab setup, so what we will be doing is we will be installing the local clients in the system. So system requirement is it should be Windows 7 or Windows 10. and the RAM should be more than 4 GB is better. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be installing the Seibel IP16 version in the system, so that you can practice and you can do your lab on this. So we'll be providing you activity guide. So that in the activity guide, it is like step by step written. Any object, like let's say you studied today how to create a link, or how to create a join, or how to create a MBG. So everything, it will be step by step, it will be written, so that you can do and practice on top of that by your system, so that you can get certain uh, good detail. Now this is the place where we can download the installables. Now we will be doing certain mock interview as part of this course. This mock interview will be like it's the real time mock interview will be facing, and will guide you how to face the interview and what are the questions come during the interview process. So those things will be definitely help you out. And now certificate is like, once you complete this course, and you once you complete it, then you will get a certificate from Mindmajix with your name. So this is the sample certificate, how the certificate will be look like. So this is the course completion. After course completion, you will get this certificate. So this is all about the demo. So we hope like you got a clear picture of what the Seibel CRM is, and what we are providing as part of Seibel CRM training. Yeah, best of luck for all of you. So, but I'm keeping this much for today's session.